So today we are going to learn Oracle join, like how you can join data from multiple tables. So our two of the tables that we are going to bring here, we are going to use here in join. It will be one of the table will be suppliers, another one will be orders. So you have seen that in order table we have order ID, supplier ID, order date. We are going to alter first the order table. So here we are going to alter what is the table name? Alter table orders, and then we are going to add another column. Let's say product underscore name, and we are going to give it bar chart 2 and sizes. Which one? Yes, you are right. If this is a field, we will have to put it in the bracket. So we are adding another field. Now if you take a look now, desk orders, now we have how many fields? We have 4 fields. We have an order ID, and then that order ID, that order is supplied by a supplier, and there is a date, and there is a product name. Now let me input the data into that table. Insert into orders. What are the fields? Number 1, there will be a order ID, and then there will be a supplier ID, and then there will be a order date, and then there will be a product name. Now I'm going to give the values. Now the order ID, what is the field type? Number. I don't need any quotation. Now if you take a look here, the supplier ID starts with 1000, 1001, 1002. So what I'm going to do, the orders ID I'm going to start from 2000, and then supplier ID, let's say this order was supplied by supplier 1000, and then order date, let's say the date, the date here, right? What is the type of the data type? Date. Can you see it is another data type, right? So you have, like we have used so far bar chart 2, we have used number data type, and in number data type we have learned how to use decimal point, right? Now we are going to learn here how to use number data type 2. So that date data type 2, can you see it is a date, and the way you will be inputting date here, let's say that the order was supplied by supplied on let's say 11th December 16. Okay, and then let's say the name of the product is a TV. Okay, and then let me television. Now if it is saying order date invalid identifier, right? What is the problem in the order date? There is a, if you take a look, the field name, column name, there is underscore in between order and date, right? Now let me go there again. values. Okay. Now if you select everything from orders, now we have data, right? Now that order that has ID was supplied by whom? Supplied by 1000 means let's say by, so what is the name of that supplier? It is Walmart. It is Walmart, right? Okay. Now let me yeah, so we just named it as supplier ID. We just give a supplier ID for that. Every supplier has an ID, we give an ID. Now we are going to insert some more data. Let's say insert into a supplier, and then let's say value that supplier order ID 2001, and that order was supplied by 1001, and let's say it was supplied on 10th December. And let me tell you one thing here, if you try to put it in that way, what will happen? So let's say you are putting 11 12, right? And let's say this order is a grocery. Okay, now can you see that it is saying that not a valid month, right? So what we'll have to do, we'll have to put month. Let's say you'll have to put month in that way. Let's say you can put June. Okay, we can try putting more bigger number, bigger month. We will input another data. Let me input another data. Now let's say this order was supplied, this order ID is 2002, and let's say this order ID is 2002 and supplier ID is 1002, and let's say this is April. Okay, now this order is a furniture. Now month, we are able to input the whole month, or we can input 3 digits. That is not an issue there. APR will work too. Okay, let me put here. So can you see that so far whatever data we have input, all of the orders are related to a supplier in the supplier table, right? If you take a look here, the supplier table, you can see that we have 3 suppliers: 1000, 1001, 1002, Walmart, Kroger, Publix, right? Now so far whatever data we have input in this table, in the orders table, select start from orders. Can you see that all of the data are related to a supplier that exists in the table, right? Now let me insert another data in that table, and let me give order ID, let's say order ID 3, or let's say order ID 4, or what it doesn't matter. I can give any sequence, or and here order ID, let me give 1000, 1003. Okay, let me give it 1003, and also here let me give it this, and let me put APR, and let me give this one plot. cloth, right? Now can you see that I have inserted another data here, that is another supplier ID here, that is not related to the previous table, right? Now if you take a look, select star from orders, you can see that if you go back there, can you see we have 4 orders. 3 of the orders are related to the previous table, 1 of the orders are not related to the previous table, right? Is that correct? Now I'm going to insert, if I do DSC suppliers again, right, I have supplier ID, supplier name, so I'm going to insert into suppliers, right, and then what are the values? Let's say the field name is supplier ID, and another one is supplier name, right, supplier name, and the values should be, let's say we are putting another supplier here, supplier ID is Barchar. Okay, now let's say in the previous table we have supplier up to 1002. Now I'm going to bring another supplier 1004 here, 1004 here. Go ahead. Here I'm putting some data intentionally to explain something to you. In what? No, we don't decide. It comes like when you work as a tester, what you will have to do, you will have some test database. Sometimes, yeah, those are already made. You might insert some data, but most of the time data will be already there. You will be executing query. Yeah, you will just you will be executing query to bring data from the table. Now I inputted another data over there. Now let me go back there. Now let me make this screen bigger. Okay. Now if I go there, so here so now let me bring all the data from select start from suppliers. So we have these 4 suppliers. Select start from orders. Now what we can see here, that 3 of the suppliers are related in the second table. One of the order we have that is not from the, that supplier is not present in the suppliers table. And again we have one supplier that didn't supplied any order. Is that correct? 1004. Macy's. Macy's, can you see we don't have any order from Macy's, right? And if you take a look, we have a supplier 1003 that is not present in the supplier table. Is that clear? Okay. Now select let's say select suppliers dot supplier ID, and then supplier name, comma, and then order ID and comma, order date, and then product name. Okay. From where? From suppliers, suppliers join orders on suppliers dot supplier ID equal to orders dot supplier ID. So it is saying that line 1, from queue are not found where expected. So what we have written, select suppliers dot supplier ID, supplier name, order ID, order date, product name, from, so it is, the spelling is a little bit mistake, let me correct that. So that from, I'm going to make it in that way. So now it is saying order date, there is a spelling mistake again in order date. So if you take a look here, the order date, so now it is saying that order, there is again a spelling mistake. Right. Now can you see that what is the data we got? We got the common one. And can you see the way we have written the query? It is a little bit different. We have used join, right? We have used join. Now when you are joining these two tables, what is the basis of the join? Both table, but what is the relation by which it is bringing the supplier ID dot supplier ID. Now what does this mean? Can you see? Now we can see 1000 supplier ID, name is Walmart, right? There was an order ID supplied on 11 December and the product name is TV. That means that TV was supplied on 11th December and the order ID is 2000 from Walmart, and Walmart's supplier ID is 1000. Can you see all the relevant data in one column, in one row? Okay. Both tables. It is not making a new table, it is bringing in tabular format. right? Now when you mention join, only join, what it will do, it will bring only common data from both tables. Common data where let's say we have in the first table we have a supplier whose ID is 1004. We didn't get it, right? In the orders we have a order ID that is, if you go back in the orders, can you see up to 2002 we have, right? But if you go back to the table, can you see we have a 2003, but we didn't get it because this 2003 has a supplier 1003 that is not present in the first table, right? Again 1004, there is a supplier but he doesn't have any order, that's why he is not present in the result as well. Is it clear? Yes. So whoever has whoever is common in both tables, only those data are coming. Now let me modify that query a little bit. Let me go ahead. Yes. So if you just put from suppliers comma orders, where supplier dot supplier ID order dot order ID, it will work. But here the purpose of doing it in that way is, let me go back to the let me do a little bit modification. So can you see that in the previous query we have join, right? Now we are going to put, instead of join, we are going to put left join, right? We are going to put what? Left join. We are going to put what? Left join. Now can you see when you modified it by left join, what is happened? When you put left join, what is the thing that we saw? No, not everything. It is bringing, can you see the equal sign in the left hand side? What is the table? Suppliers. In the on, can you see after on, can you see left join? Can you see left join? What is in the left side of left join? Suppliers. No, if you look at the query, suppliers, right? So left join means it will bring all the data from the left table and all the common data from the right table. That means if you do left join, it will bring common, uncommon, all data from the left table, and from the right table it will bring only common data. Okay, now let me go back, let me make it right join. Right join, right? Okay, now can you see what it did? Now right table, common data from the first table, right? Okay, now let me go back. Let me, instead of left or right join, let me put full join. It is bringing everything, it is combining left, common, uncommon, everything from both of the tables. Is it clear? So that is how left and right join, full join works. Full join brings all the data from common, uncommon, everything from both tables. Left join brings only common data from right table and all the data from left table. Right join brings all the data from right table and only common data from left table. Okay. Now this left we did using keyword, full join, left join, right join, join. This is keyword. We can do the same query using plus sign. Let me go back to that left join. Okay, right? Now let me modify that query a little bit. From suppliers suppliers comma orders, right? And then where what we were doing in this left join, right? Left join. Okay, left join means you are going to put a plus sign here in the right side, a plus sign. What it will do, it will bring common data from right side, right, and all data from the left side. Can you see? From the left table it brought everything. When you are doing left join by using plus, we are putting the plus in the right side, and it is bringing all the data from left table and only common data from right table. Then we are going to modify the same query by putting a plus in the left side. That will bring all the data from right side. It is right join. When you are putting the plus in the left side, it is right join. That means it is going to bring all the data from right side, but only common data from the left side. Clear? Now by using plus you cannot do full join. Okay, so yeah, so I'm recording the session. You will get the recording of this session, and also I have video in YouTube channel. I will share that video too with you. Now do you have any question on join, whatever we are discussing so far? Okay, yeah, you practice it, and Rumi is here. Rumi will be helping you if you have any issue. Now let me come to the another term, primary key and foreign key. So once we are done with primary key and foreign key, we will have a exam in the coming class, and then we will move forward with the testing topics. Once we are done with this database, we are going to bring other topics like testing related topics. So next class I'm planning to finish primary key and foreign key here too, and then we will be going through a session of exam, and other testing related topics will be coming in future. Arafat seems away, so I'm not sure. Probably he will be joining in the, I'm not sure he will be joining in the on-site class from 29th of January, but I'm not concerned about him. Alright, so this join, now the next topic is our primary key and foreign key. So let me go back there. So I have a video here. Can you see primary key and foreign key with example? So I have a video that is around how long here? It is around, let's say, 40 minutes. So let me give you a little bit explanation from here. Primary key, let me give you first the definition of primary key. Primary key is the unique identifier. Primary key is the unique identifier that uniquely identify each and every record in a table. What does this mean? Primary key cannot be duplicate. Primary key cannot be null. Now what does this mean is, primary key, let's say when you try to create an account in Facebook, right? Let's say your email is ehsan@gmail.com. You have created an account in Facebook. Do you think you will be able to create another account with the same email? No, right? So that means primary key cannot, like if you try to create another user ID with the same email, when you submit that Facebook registration form, it goes to the Facebook database, right? And in the Facebook database, when application tries to save this data, in the database there is a condition that this this email is a primary key, so it cannot be duplicated. So now if you write a query in Facebook's database, bring all the related information for email address ahsan@gmail.com, it will bring only your data. Will it bring another 100 data? No, because that email is only one piece in the database. When you are executing a query, bring all data where email address equal to ahsan@gmail.com, as it is a unique data, it will bring only one record, because this is a primary key. Is it clear what primary key is? So primary key is a unique field in the database table for each record that uniquely identify that record. Identify means by that field we can uniquely identify that record. So in this country, Social Security will get no people who has a duplicate Social Security. Every people has a unique Social Security. So they have a database. When they search by Social Security, specifically they get the people, because the Social Security is designed in a way it cannot be duplicated. Is it clear? Now let's say we have a table where we have some residents. Let's say we have 3 residents, their name and their apartment number. Okay, then we have another table, billing info. So in billing info, what we have there is a there is a bill for a person. That bill has a invoice now, and there is an amount of that bill, and that bill is related to someone. That bill is related to a person in the resident table. Is it clear? Now what does this mean? This means in the billing info table, each of the bill is related to a person in residence info table, right? So bill 1001 is related to person Raja. Bill 1002, invoice number 1002 is related to person what? Donald, right? How you know? No, with the, can you see billed person, the Social Security number? What is the Social Security number for invoice ID 1002? (5692). So who has 5692 in the first table? Donald. Then invoice ID 1003, where bill amount is 50. Whose bill is that? It's Raja again, okay? And then 1004, whose bill is that? Raja. Now can you see that each of the bill is related to a person in the residence info table, right? Here the way we designed this bill person, the data we have in the bill person is pointing to a person in the residence info table. Is it clear? So the condition here, in the billing info table, right? In the billing info table, whatever bill you input, let's say, do you know Costco or Sam's Club? So in Sam's Club, if you are not member, can you purchase anything? No, right? So in the billing info table, the person, if he is not a member of the residence info table, right? If he is not a member of the residence info table, then we cannot input that data in the billing info table. The way we are making sure it by foreign key. We are introducing another idea here. What is that idea? What is that idea? Foreign key. Foreign key. We are in the billing info table, we are declaring build person as a foreign key that is pointing another data, another primary key to another table. Now we know what is primary key. What is foreign key? Foreign key is a key in a table which points to a primary key of another table. So foreign key, like this build person here, is a foreign key, and what is that foreign key doing for us? It is pointing another person from the residence info table. Is it clear? Okay. Rumi, are you there? Okay. Now could you create, I'm going to make you a presenter, could you create two table and explain him by creating a table? Can you see my table, the very simple table? Rumi? So you are going to, if you go to my YouTube channel and if you look at from 14th minute, if you look at this video, primary key, foreign key with examples, if you look at 14th minute, you will get two table, residence info, billing info. You create that residence SSN as a primary key, and that residence info will be here in the second table. It will be build person, it will be as a foreign key. So, and when you are doing it, can you see, if you take a look here, let me minimize it. When you are declaring residence SSN as a primary key, can you see the way I am declaring primary key? You are going to be declaring the same way. And when I am declaring the build person, can you see the build person? Build person is a bar chart 211 reference residence info, what field? Residence SSN. That's how I am declaring it as a foreign key. You follow the same way. You create the example, you create the table, you input data and show him that when you are inputting an SSN, you are inputting a build person whose SSN is not present in the primary table, that you cannot input it. So do you think you'll be able to explain it to him? Yeah, so you can follow the same example. Can you see here in 14th minute? If you go to 14th minute, you will get the syntax, everything. You will be creating the same table. Let me send you a screenshot. Let's follow this same, that will be easier for him to understand. Give me 1 second. I'm going to send a screenshot to you. You create the same table and give him an explanation on this. You can do that. You can do that. Okay, so Ahsan, then what I'm going to send a screenshot of that. What your task will be, you are going to follow. I have a video for the join as well. I have a video for the primary key and foreign key. You follow this. If you cannot figure anything out, you can ping Rumi today, you can ping Rumi tomorrow, and then he will be taking care of this. Yeah, so work on it, and whenever you have issue, ping Rumi, he will be assisting you. And in the class in next Wednesday, we are having an exam on total database, whatever we learn. What is primary key, what is foreign key, what is Oracle, how we can do join using keyword, how you can do join using plus, how you can get data from combining multiple tables. We'll have an exam on it. Oh, sure. So let me send it here. So if you go there, this is the primary key and foreign key video. Let me send it here, there, and then I have another video is join primary key and foreign key. So this is another video for join. So you got the both of the video. Alright, so that is what I wanted to discuss today. If you have any question, again go back to me, and we'll be taking an exam on Wednesday, and that's it for today.